It's too much. Look, man. I bought these books and haven't been reading them lately. I gotta get back to reading. Gotta get back to reading and stuff. Look, this is what I'm gonna say. Lately, I've been neglecting my health. Going back to the same habits, the same bullshit. And whose fault is that? It's my fault. I ain't even got no music playing in this bit. You take these off real quick. I've been neglecting my health. I've been doing the bad things, the habits and stuff. And I just think to myself, sometimes it hits you. You would rather live more, bro, than, sorry to say, suffer, bro. Come on, you know? I want to live. I want to live. I want to live. Say that to yourself 3 times every day, because truth of the matter is, you want to live. I want to live. And there's a lot of bullshit circling around this world. People not taking nothing serious. I try so hard to live my life every single day, to the point it's like, bro, I'm only 25, bro. I've been rapping since I was 12 years old. And honestly, bro, whatever you trying to do in this world, just go for it. Go for it. Go for it. What do you have to lose? For real, what do you got to lose trying to go for what you feel like you deserve? What do you have to lose? Every day is an opportunity to get your stuff together, to get your life together, to do what's right for you. It's things in my life that I done been through or put myself through that I just don't want to talk about. You know? I admit I got some, some dark secrets and shit. Shit niggas been through. Niggas don't talk about. But then there's this, like, voice in my head that's like, you know what? That's your story. You hot rod. They ain't stopping you from rapping. They ain't stopping you from going to the studio. They ain't stopping you from working every day. And there's people with way more worse situations than you, Rod. What you gotta do is get up and chase your dream. Read a book. Pick up some knowledge. Stop smoking. Teach yourself to be better than you was yesterday. You live life every day. Why you keep backtracking bullshit. If I said that right. It's a lot to do in this life, my nigga. And you at war with yourself, Rod Lee. You at war with yourself. Get back to reading some books. Get back to reading some books, fam. Lately, I've been in Walgreens just looking at books to just buy. You know? I do security at Walgreens. So I've been looking at books to buy. I got a clean record. I ain't got no record. You know, my record is clean. So I do security. You know, got my security lights. You know, I didn't think I was going to do it, but I did it because it was like, it's more money and why not, bro? Like, you're free, bro. You're free to do what you want. Even if, you know, other people might look at that like, oh, he do security, he do this. Look, man, you do what you can every day to survive. Because at the end of the day, that's really what it's about. It's about surviving. It's survival of the fittest. It's about the world not telling you that a lot of this stuff is common sense. You know? It's common sense, man. You just want to spark people's brain. You want them to think. You don't want niggas to keep going on and on in the maze, in the same maze, bruh. Over and over. You want to go a different route so you can get up out the maze. You want to go a different route. And you know what the good thing about being alone? You cannot get mad at people that say they want to be alone. Because most times, they're starting to realize when they're alone, when I'm alone, when other people are alone by themselves, out of sight, out of mind, you can meditate, you can read a book, you can do your research, you can listen to music, you can open your mind, you can invest in your brain, because that's what you're doing. You're investing in your mind, your mindset. Nigga, I got these books. Niggas might look at it and nigga be like, oh, he got books now. He trying to read. Why not, bro? This is life. It's a free life. Why not read a book? Why not gain some knowledge? You know, why not live and be free? Why live every day to struggle? Why not hustle? Why not better yourself? Why be on bullshit every day? Why not take advantage? Especially the fact that I'm still in my 20s, bro. Why not take advantage? Why not take advantage? Why niggas can't sit down and think to themselves? Read some nice books, man. I'm going to get to reading them. I'm about to go buy some more books soon. Once I get paid and stuff, I'm going to start reading. And I'm going to go back to my little journey where I was quitting my bad habits. Because I went 10 weeks strong. You know, I ain't smoked. I ain't nothing. And, you know, nigga kind of relapsed on the same bullshit. And, you know, my mom, oh, son, you know, you need to stop. You stop smoking. It's not good for you. You know, your livers are probably bad at this point. You gotta probably go to the doctor and stuff. And I don't want to get to that point, bro. And it's like, I keep blaming it on work. Like, oh, mom, you know, I be stressed at work. I be stressed. I be helping people out. All that's making me stressed. You know, I'm not doing what I really want to do because I'm trying to be so good and you know, be accepted by such and such and stuff or whatever the situation is. But nah, I just be like, yo, bro, Rodney, you see how life is better when you make less excuses? Look how you was able to get your learners without making excuses. You actually sat down and thought about what you wanted. You didn't multitask. You sat down. You said, I wanted the learners. I wanted to get my license. And now you got your learners, your license a ID. I haven't had an ID for years. The only ID I had was a passport, and I got an ID. You know, my learners is kind of like my government ID, because 5 years ago, man, like 2017, late 2017 or something, I got my like ID, you know, my government ID, but I ended up losing it a year, like, no, not a year, like 2 years later, about two years later, so yeah, 2.5 years later, so I ended up losing my ID. But now it's kind of like yo, Rod, man, you sit here and you think about a lot of the things you go through, and a lot of us do that. We gotta open our mind, read your books, do your research. You know what I'm saying? We can't change the world if we don't change ourselves. You know, and you gotta pick up the slack. You gotta call yourself out where you know you out here messing up, you fucking up or whatever. You gotta call yourself out. You gotta be real tuned in with yourself by all means, because you're gonna get to a point, well, you know, one day you're gonna hit a certain age and you're gonna be like, wow, I could have done that. I could have done this. I could have done more. You don't want to get to that point. So whatever you do it now. You take advantage. Grind. Hustle. I got 10 beats from my mixtape. I've only worked on one song. I got to go ahead and grab a laptop and look for the beats, because I had like 10 beats on my old phone, my iPhone 8. I ended up losing my iPhone while I got off my shift at Walgreens in Melaleuca, Lake Worth. You know, I was working in Melaleuca, Lake Worth, doing a shift there, security shift. And I lost my phone. You know, and I just want to better myself. I want to go to the gym. I want to jog. I want to drink more water, eat more fruits, whatever it takes. Drink V8. You know, take care of my skin, get rid of the black spots on my face, and, you know, be looking more healthier than ever, bro. You know, you in your 20s, bro. You ain't supposed to be looking burnt out in your 20s, bro. And I don't know if it's because I work so much and I deal with a lot of crazy stuff at work. You just, you know, especially when you're doing security, you know, you're supposed to be watching niggas that be trying to steal or whatever. You feel me? And, you know, sometimes I think to myself, I'm like, why niggas steal, dog? Like, niggas need to go to work. Niggas need to go get money. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I wasn't perfect in my life. I used to do things like that, steal and all that shit. But at one point, I was like, yo, bro, you rapper, nigga. Like, get off that bum shit. Like, you know, you can easily go get a job, make you money, and do things, bro. Like, you're a rapper, bro. You can write, you can make music, you can rap on a beat. You know, you can get up on a track. So I'll be dropping my mixtape on my birthday, you know, which is this year, my 26th birthday. I'm trying to drop this mixtape. But as I'm trying to say, I'm trying to get people to think. I'm trying to get people to use their mind. Use your mind. Think about what you're doing. Go hard. Invest in yourself. Grind hard. You know what I'm saying? I can't teach people about loyalty, but if they can look in the mirror and tell themselves, like, look, this loyalty that I'm looking for, it starts with myself. You know, the loyalty that I'm looking for, it really, it starts with myself. And you know, I'm so happy that I was able to give me a new phone and stuff like that, you know, feeling brand new and etc. etc. But now it's just like, let me get back to reading books. Let me get back to quitting my bad habits. You know, this addiction is not a joke, because sometimes it feels like it's controlling you. It controls you, bro. It stops you from doing the things that you want to do. You know, like, few days back or last week, I wrote like 8 songs within like a few days. I wrote 8 songs. I never did some shit like that. That's because I was hungry and still hungry to be the best, and taking all of my frustration from work or whatever, life, and just putting it on paper, pen, even if I was talking about things that, all rappers are talking about. You don't need to be talking about. You need to be different. So, that's why I make songs like Changing My Ways. Man, this ain't so easy. And stuff like that. Like, niggas really think niggas be trying to open other people's minds and stuff and do great things. Like, at the end of the day, all you really got is yourself, All you really got is yourself. And what we teaching them kids, bro? What we teaching the little ones? What do we want them to see? How do we want them to be something so they don't evaporate in this lifetime? I've had my good days, my bad days, but I'm still here pushing, still watching my mama pray. Mama get to praying. She's a very spiritual lady, and I can feel her begging, praying. Me and my two little brothers begging and praying for everybody to just live a life and stay out of harm's way. And me being a man, I made a lot of promises to my mom. To get you a house, I'm gonna do this. And look at me rapping now. Look at me doing my thing. You can do it. Just don't stop. Don't stop. Go hard for your dreams. Always believe in yourself. Nobody gonna believe you if you don't believe in yourself first. You got to alter your mindset. Alter the things you do on a daily basis. Grind hard. Shake the monkey off your back. Read a book. Take 2-3 showers a day. Brush your teeth. 2-3 showers a day. Go jog. Go take a walk outside. Go take a walk to the park, an isolated area. I was doing things like that way before I got my learners. And I took 3 weeks off from the world where I just sat home with my mom because she's currently unemployed, which was one of the best, was a wake-up call for me at that time, December 2022. It was a wake-up call because it was like, yo, you say you want to get your license, bro. I respect you for trying to go for it. If you don't get it the way you want it, then you not trying. And guess what? I ended up getting my license. After like what, a month, 3 to 4 weeks of just sitting there trying to read a book, the driver's book, so I can take my written test. I'm getting my license, bro. And I just want people to know, like, you really think about what you want, bro. It could be this, it could be that. It could be a female you trying to pursue. Whatever it is you trying to do in life, you can do that shit. Just put your mind to it. Right now, I'm at peace. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm at peace. I'm thinking about what I want to do. I'm thinking about how I want to present myself. I'm thinking about just kicking the door down the right way and just making an impact, inspiring other people, and just using my mind, because it's so much to do out here. It's so much to do. And I see that everybody has to play their part in life, no matter what job you do. Whatever job that you're doing, just go for it, have fun. But always remember, each and one of us in this world, no matter if you're in America or the other side of the country, you can always sit down. You can always sit down and talk to yourself and tell yourself, like, yo, this is what I want, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it by all means. Don't matter what obstacles is in my way. I'm going to go for it. Just got to use your mind. We got to blame ourselves. I was never able to be the best version of myself till I started pointing fingers at me. Go in the mirror and talk to myself like, Rod, don't be mad at anybody in the world, nobody, none of that. Be mad at yourself. When you don't like something that's going on in your life, sit down and be a problem solver. We humans, we have this natural instinct, this natural ability to be problem solvers. When you go to work, you're dealing with customers that are engaging with you. What do? You solve a problem. They might be like, oh, this and that. How do I work this? You might know it and they don't know it. And you be like, oh, you do this. Oh, I got to use the bathroom. Where's your restroom? It's over there. Just problem solvers. This is the world we living in. But the best problem solving is you solving yourself like a puzzle. Figuring yourself, putting yourself together, putting the pieces together, bro. Putting the pieces together, man. Use your mind, man. Use your brain. Go to school. Get a job. Fuck the streets. Fuck trying to be in the streets. Fuck trying to prove to people. You're supposed to be proving yourself every day. Make your mama proud. Especially my mama. My mama. Raising 3 boys on her own. Struggling to this day. Sometimes it feel like I can't do nothing. So busy working. But I got the power. I got the mindset. I got it. You got it. Everybody got it. They just got to use their mind. Got to be very mindful and smart about how you're moving out here. And how you moving out here. How you doing your things, bro. And getting right. Getting yourself together. Gotta go hard for what you want out of life. Don't never stop. By all means, keep going. Keep going. Keep on going. Remember, if we as people, no matter who you is, you got a problem in your life, look at yourself and tell yourself how you gonna solve the problem. And you'll be solving problems in your life. You'll be doing things as solving problems and being a problem solver, nigga. Because why God put us in the world if we ain't supposed to live? Obviously, God, Lord, put us in this world to be the best that we can. And I see it every day, even when I'm working my job. Just people, the way they carry themselves, it's like, bro, you only live one life. I try not to judge because it's like, it's 50-50. You don't know you don't fully know their situations. But then it's like certain people too, you're like, bro, come on, man. Like, you see me with the security. I be talking to myself like, come on, man. You see me with the security uniform. What am I doing that you can't do? People be panhandling. People be panhandling at Walgreens 24/7, panhandling, begging ass and doing all this other shit. What can't you do that I could do, bro? Like, I'm doing it, bro. I'm doing the things I want. Why can't you? What's your excuse? Before I started, like, getting in that mode, I used to look at other people doing things that I want to do. It might be a rapper rapping. I'm like, or whatever. People chasing their dreams. I'd be like, what do they got that I can't do? What makes me so different from them? That's when I started being successful, because I started speaking existence into my worth. That's how I was able to be the best version of myself and really take that title of calling myself Hot Rod. I was like, what are they doing that I can't do? Like, you gotta think like that. I was thinking like that. Unfortunately, the world we live in today is just all distractions. But certain things could hit you hard like a bullet. Could hit you hard like a bullet. Right? And that's when you start to think to yourself what you want to do to just better yourself. Most people got it like that. They're blessed to, get hit hard like a bullet and think, like, bro, I got to take my life serious. And it's like I said, man, a couple years back, I used to always be like that. I'd be like, man, what are these people doing that I can't do, What makes me so different from them? I used to look at successful people, say, what makes me so different from them? They're human like me. They're just successful, like more successful and stuff. And that's when I started becoming successful, because I was like, what makes me different from this person? This person just work hard. Why can't I not work hard? I started working hard. Now look, you know what you want to do, how you want to project, how you want to just present yourself and just hold it down, bruh. Hold it down by all means. Because at the end of the day, and the truth of the matter is, the only person that stops us is us. Nobody really make you unsuccessful. Nobody really make you unsuccessful but you. Really. And that's all I gotta say, man. Always think. Always use your mind. Always question stuff. Be skeptical, whatever. Be skeptical. Question things. Do your research. And in due time, you'll be thinking for yourself before the world could think for you. Or anybody. Just gotta think and observe your surroundings. Observe what people are doing. The type of jobs they work, everything. And ask yourself, what are they doing that I can't do? What makes this person different from me? You don't gotta be a hater. A hater will look at somebody trying to succeed and be like, oh man, look at this nigga, he think he that. No, bro. This nigga's just living his life. He's doing everything to satisfy himself. Get out that mindset, bro. Get out that mindset. Niggas just doing whatever they can to, survive. Feed their family, feed their seeds, whatever, dog. Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes, you feel me? Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, bro. Don't matter if you're young or old. Look at me. I'm a young nigga, but look how I talk. I talk like a nigga that's lived for 50 years. I talk like a nigga that's lived for 50 plus years, dog. Niggas might be like, oh, why you talk like a nigga? It's common sense. Niggas want knowledge. Niggas want to better themselves. Niggas want to get out the damn maze and stop going the same direction. It's like that. This the best thing that I could say. They always say when you want different, you do what? You move different. So a lot of times, niggas spend times being mad. Take that frustration, that anger. Go to work. Chase your dreams. Invest in your dreams. Invest in your business. Whatever you want to start, a restaurant, whatever it is. You want to collect cars, whatever it is. That's what I want to start doing. I want to start collecting cars. You know why I want to start collecting cars? I've had this idea for about like probably 3 years now or so, or more than that. Because my name is Hot Rod. You know the real definition of hot rod? Do y'all know what hot rod really means? The real definition? The meaning of hot rod is old vintage cars. It's old cars. Old school cars. Cars from the 1930s, early 1900s, the Henry Fords or whatever. Toyota, just old cars. Toyota? I don't know. I don't think Toyota's that vintage. Old cars from like the 70s, the 50s, the 60s. That's the real definition of a hot rod. I took that name, Hot Rod. You know, the first 3 letters in my name is Rod, R-O-D. Those are the first 3 letters in my name. I took the hot and I put it in front of the rod. And I've had this name since I was 14. Mind you, I've been rapping since I was 12. So, there you have it. Hot Rod. And the real definition of hot rod is old vintage cars. And I thought about this a couple years back. I'm like, you call yourself hot rod and you know the definition, like the real definition of a hot rod. Old vintage cars. And I'm like, you know what? I like old vintage stuff. You know, ironically, I like old vintage stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I might just start, you know, I make it big with this rap shit. I'm going to have like a whole garage with like old vintage cars. I'm talking about cars from the 30s, the 1930s, the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and so on. You know, a Cutlass, Monte Carlos, whatever, bro. Just niggas is doing their research and getting into things like that. Like I said, ironically, I like old vintage stuff. Niggas, I even watch old vintage movies. Nigga be watching like old movies with the black and white, you know, the black and white color. The black and white color, be watching them old Western movies and shit like that. I be watching some old vintage movies and shit. I'm into old vintage stuff. And like I say, ironically, my name is, you know, my stage name is Hot Rod. And the real definition means old vintage cars. And I'm really into old vintage stuff. I even want to start collecting Hot Wheel cars. Like, I'm going to have a whole drawers, have Hot Wheel cars. I'm going to start collecting, like, little, like, the cars, the toy cars. I'm going to start collecting them stuff, too. And I'm like, have a whole, like, probably drawers of old vintage cars. I was in Walgreens, and I've seen old vintage cars. I'm like, man, I'm going to start collecting those. Like, nigga, when a nigga have his own place. And these are ideas that I'm coming up with. So people see that I really take my stage name, my rap name serious. Hot Rod. And look it up, the definition. It's old vintage. And shit like that, man. Like, that's just me. That's just me being me. That's just me loving myself and comforting myself to be me every motherfucking day, every day. Compromising with me. You know, and it's like, I want to, like, collect cars one day. Like, I'm going to have more old school cars if I'm making big with rapping more than foreign cars. I might have a few foreign cars, like probably 2, 3 of them, 10 of them, and have like 20 old vintage cars or more than that. I want to, like, you know, look at it as a collectible item and stuff like that. And, you know, I even been looking at the Hot Rod magazines, you know, like, I've been trying to get more into those type of stuff. So I really take my stage name serious, you know. It's just, I'm creating something that people could look at and say, this man is the man. It's like the man, the myth, the legend type stuff. Like, you love me, you love me. You don't love me, you won't love me type, you know. Like, my vibe has been so different lately. It really has. I've been in a different vibe, a different, like, a mind zone, time zone type stuff, bro. And I put myself there. But it's like, I get hurt so much or whatever. Like, nigga be a bit numb now. But, yeah. Y'all just gotta see you every day through the mirror. And you see how I'm creating myself. You see how I take my stage name serious. Everything I do, I give it 100%. You know? Don't half-ass nothing in life. You know, most of us, especially in families, you know, where a lot of us feel like the black sheep or whatever. We learn to live in half-ass situations. But a lot of this shit is common sense. You just got to think. You got to think, bruh. Use your mind. You can't be no half-ass lawyer. You can't be a half-ass doctor. You trying to save somebody's life as a half-ass doctor, and now they living half-ass. And they wasn't living half-ass before because you done brought that half-ass energy, that half-ass work ethic to your job, to what you say that you quote-unquote love to do. What your passion is, be a doctor or whatever. Can't be no half-ass rapper, bruh. Gotta rap your heart out. Gotta always make sure your next bar is better than your next bar. Your next song is better than your next song. Your next album is better than your last album. But you get what I'm saying? Your next bar better than your last bar. And your next song better than your last song. Let's say your next song better than your next song. Y'all get what I'm saying though. But if I even said that, I don't know. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm trying to get at. But man, look, I'm out, man. You know, I've been talking. I've just been innovating. Ironically, I got a mixtape called Innovation. I mean, not a mixtape, a EP, my bad. I got an EP called Innovation. Been innovating ever since. I've been innovating since I was 12. When I said, man, I want to be a rapper, let me start writing some songs. These are the type of songs that I want to write, that I want to, write and record one day. You're never too young to innovate, man. Let these kids live their life. Let these kids live their life. Especially a lot of these kids that were brought up by a single mother, a single woman, dog. Let them live to make their mama proud, man. Too much struggling out here for no reason. Do what's best for you. That's the best advice I could give. Do what's in your interest. Never stop following your heart, your passion. You one step closer to where you're trying to get at. Y'all have a good one, man. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good one, man. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good one.